So social media, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of this stuff that, I mean, obviously I post on it every day, but I'm seeing and noticing some things that are unsettling to me that I wanted to try to make you aware of. I've been seeing it for a while, hearing it, experiencing it for a while. And it's this catch-22 because I am a creator, a content creator. That's what I do. Like 30, 40 years ago, Bill Dance was a content creator on TV, and now people like me, we do the same thing on a different platform. But since there is more content than there's ever been, especially for us as fishing, when I was younger, you only had like 4 things that you could watch if you wanted to watch fishing. Now you have unlimited access to all types of content for all types of fish, all different types of ways of catching bass. It's starting to get in our psyche, and I see some things that I don't really like. I want to tell you about a conversation that I had in my app. Y'all know I have the Straight Up Fishing app where I teach people how to fish. Inside of the app, there's a inbox where you can message me directly and ask questions about fishing, etc. And I was talking to this guy about just catching fish. Obviously, it's summertime and fishing is tough. It's just not really that easy this time of the year. He made a comment that really, man, it irked me so bad. And I thought about this. I actually talked about it on social already, ironically. The irony of me talking about social on social media. He made a comment that said, I can catch all the 2-pounders and 3-pounders that I want. It's the big fish that I struggle with catching. Although I heard what he said and I get what he's saying, that really irked me because being a tournament fisherman myself, I even see it in the comment section of so many of my videos. People have a broken perspective of what a big fish is. People have a broken perspective of really what fishing is anyway. But, and when I say broken, almost so many anglers' perspective on what a good day is, a good bass is in comparison to. So when I catch my 2.5 pounder and I get rid of one that's 13 inches long, and I say big one, that is a big one for me, because I just went from 55th to 35th. I just earned several $1,000s over a 2.5 pounder. But the bigger picture is, the reason that people think that 2 and 3 pound fish aren't big fish is because they're looking at something they saw on social media and they're saying, oh, well, it's not as big as that 8 pounder that I saw Johnny Juju 223 lip ripper holding up. It's not as big as that one. And I'm guilty of this myself. I want to be clear, because I already know what the comments are probably saying. 3 minutes into this video, they're saying social media is ruining things and social media is doing this. Listen, guys, social media is just the platform. It doesn't do anything. This is human nature and human behavior that we're talking about. This would happen just as much if social media did not exist. Social media has always existed, if you ask me. It's just social media was on TV and a very select group of people had access to distribute content on it. Now that we have the internet, it's the same thing that we grew up watching, but now I can watch it on my phone, on my tablet, on my TV, in my car, in my truck, in my camper, in my boat. We can watch it at all times, and the internet was a great equalizer and let everybody do it. I could do it, you can do it, etc. So it's not the platform that I'm blaming. I'm blaming our lack of awareness around who we are, number one, being in our own world and improving day by day, and just being satisfied with our personal results. This guy said, I can catch all the 2 to 3 pounders. Let's stop right there on that segment. 2 to 3 pounders. Do you know how many thousands of dollars that you could win as a tournament angler if you could every day of every single tournament weigh 2 to 3 pounders all tournament all year long. You struggle to tell me that you would not be in the top 10 of the points in any tournament trail that exists. By any tournament trail that exists, I'm talking about all the ones you know: the Bass Pro Tour, the Elite Series, the Tackle Warehouse Invitationals, the NPFL, the Bass Opens, the Major League Fishing. Y'all do know that now, we're the generation that we live in now, there's very little to zero skill level gap from Toyotas and Opens to Bassmaster Lease and Bass Pro Tour. If you don't believe me, there's a lot of money to be made. Let's just say Tackle Warehouse Invitationals. Why do you think you don't see some of your Bass Pro Tour guys or elite guys fishing some of those? You see one or two here and there. It's a lot of money in it. Why don't they just jump in it? Because the skill levels, there's no gap. There's no gap anymore. It just isn't. But I'm saying all that to say this. Getting back onto the actual subject. People's perception of what a good fish is, I feel like, is always in comparison to something that they saw on social media. When you see me post on social media, when you see me post, I'm only showing you the highlight of that day. That's the only thing I hate about even my own YouTube videos or watching videos about fishing on the internet, is you see 20 minutes of 8 hours. You see 30 minutes of 3 days. Even if you see an hour of 5 days of a trip, there's so much dead content cut out. And oftentimes when you go fishing, you feel like because you watched me fish for 20 minutes, that you feel like you should be able to go straight to the fish just like I did. And that, in all reality, that's just not how it works. It's just not how it works. I cut out all that dead stuff. I mean, you want to just sit there and look at me fishing and not saying nothing for 3 hours? No, you wouldn't. All those videos would tank. We got to be careful of comparing ourselves. Don't let this tool of social media ruin fishing for you, because this is too much fun. 2 to 3 pounders are great fish anywhere in the country. There's only like 2 or 3 places that you'll go where 3 pounders won't get you paid. And most of y'all ain't fishing there. 99% of you are not fishing there. You're fishing where 3 pounders will get you paid. Forget getting paid. You'll have fun fishing. I'm about to go fishing right now with my kids. I got some little Aberdeen hooks, the little Eagle Claw Aberdeen hooks. Matter of fact, they're in this cooler right here. I got some little Aberdeen hooks that I literally just bought. And I got some bread. Actually, those are mosquitoes. That's an expensive hook. My kids don't get to use them. It might be mine. Look, I bought some Eagle Claw. I literally just bought these. You see that? Eagle Claw Aberdeen hooks. I just bought them to go catch some brim. And the brim we're about to go catch are going to be that size. And I'm going to laugh and giggle and have so much fun doing that. I just designed a signature rod for level. And one of the rods that I designed was an ultralight, because I love fishing for panfish. I love fishing for, like, my son. They're walking out here now. Y'all can come over here if you want to. I love fishing for, like, these little bass in these ponds that we have close here to home. Let's sit down. These little bass that I have here close, little ponds that we fish here at home. Hey, Punky. Punky's gonna fish with us today. You gonna fish with me today? Yes. We have these little ponds, farm ponds right here. There's like 3 or 4 of them that we get to fish pretty often. And you can look, just don't punch the buttons, okay, Punky? And a lot of the bass in them aren't real big. They're like a 2 pounder's a giant. We catch a lot of like 12 or 13 inch fish. And
one time I caught a 4 pounder and a 5 pounder one time in one of those ponds.
Yeah, you did. You caught a 5 pounder one time in one of those ponds. It does have like an occasional big one, but for the most part, these fish are small on this pond. You got something you want to say?
One time, Daddy helped me cut a mouse.
A mouse? I did?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember catching a mouse.
when we were at Joe Cassidy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when we were at Joe Cass, you told me you caught that brim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. So, Mia's starting to like fishing a little bit now. That's why I got these little hooks, and so we can catch some brim. We're going to chum them up with some bread and then bring them in and see if we can't catch them. Let me get back on track. What was I saying? Be careful about enjoy the fish that you catch. Those are good ones. If you have a farm pond like we're about to go fish, where you catch 8 to 12-inch bass, dude, enjoy that stuff. Just because you see somebody on Instagram posting 8s and 10s and 12s and 14s, don't feel like you're doing it less because you're about to fish with some Aberdeen Eagle Claw hooks and some bread. You're doing the thing too. You are doing the thing. You don't have, there's not a level that you reach where you're it. If you're fishing, you're doing it. Something I definitely, I didn't have the pressure of social media when I was younger, but I definitely I always felt like when I was younger and I just started fishing that I was never doing it yet. Like I was going to get to this next level and then I would be doing it. And then I would get to this next level and then I would be doing it. Whatever you're doing right now, you're doing it, the thing. That is fishing. If it's fishing farm ponds with ultralight and bread and a hook, you're doing it. That's fun. Enjoy that. You don't have to compare it to what you see on social. I'm about to go do it. Dang it, I want to post it. We'll catch some fish that are the size of my palm of my hand. I'm gonna post them joints. I'm gonna have fun with it. So just try to enjoy your fishing. Don't feel this pressure to live up to what you see. I'm not even saying if you catch 8-pounders, don't post them. And I'm not demonizing people that catch 8-pounders and 10-pounders all the time. All I'm saying is don't feel like you're not doing it if you're not catching giants by social media standards every time you go fishing. Brooks, throw that in trash for me. That's all this is about, because that really hurt my feelings. That really irked me. I don't want people to feel like because they're only catching 2 to 3 pounders, that somehow that their fishing is beneath me, any other angler, YouTube creator, or themselves. Punkin, don't throw the sand out of the sandbox. Let's keep the sand in the sandbox. That's all, y'all. I'm about to go fishing with my kids. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
Can I?
You want to say something?
Peace out. My name is Mia, and my second name is Latimer, and my middle name is Lauren. And I like to fish and play dolls.